They are, okay? Number one, you have to be able to explain your idea in 90 seconds or less. In all the cases on Shark Tank where check is written, sometimes 60 seconds or less. Hi, I'm from Cohasset, Massachusetts. I bake cupcakes, I put them in a mason jar, and I ship them to you on FedEx. That's 18 seconds. I get it. I see the opportunity. In today's world, there's no time to ramble. People are compressed. You have to be succinct. It's the same if you're a preacher, a politician, a professor in university, an entrepreneur pitching on Shark Tank. It's always the same. You have to be able to articulate the opportunity in 90 seconds or less, or you will never get financed. Because if you can't be succinct about what it is you're trying to do, no one else cares. You have to make sure that you're able to explain it. That's number one. Number two, and this takes longer, is you have to explain why you're the person to execute the business plan. And now we're starting to define leadership, by the way. You've defined where you want to go, and now you're going to tell people how you're going to get there. And the reason you can get them there is maybe you were an apprentice in a competing business, or you worked for your family for a while in the same business, or you tried to do this 3 times before and failed, and now know the mistakes you made. What's unique about you? Why would a great idea have to stay with the person who thought it up? Why not find a better manager? You now have the challenge of an investor, particularly me. I hear your idea, I love it, but I know lots of great managers. Why should I give it to you? Why don't I just find someone else to execute on your idea? So now you have to define yourself as someone who can actually execute in business. If you're a general, you have to get people to follow you and they believe your decisions will stop them from getting killed. You have to be the person that takes the idea and the objective and executes on it. This is very important. When these two come together, you can start to feel a room sizzle like an isotope because you've got a great idea with a great entrepreneur or team that can execute it, and now investors get interested. Now here's number 3. This one is the killer. This is the one that puts people, and I've watched the room come out, the oxygen come out of a room in 2 seconds on this. You've got the great idea, you've got the great execution plan, and then if you don't know your numbers, you deserve to burn in hell in perpetuity, and I will put you there. Because the language of business is numbers. How big is the market? How fast is it growing? How many competitors are there? What's the gross margin break-even analysis?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're right here live at Wally's for a gravy meeting. This is big. We're sitting here, we just finished the radio show. We're sitting here and we've been going over all of our notes from this incredible conference that was in Orlando. And the more that we go over our notes with our little team that we have here, 6, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 6 available. Those 6 have been over this time and time again, but have you noticed that we always spot something new? Now I'm getting ready to turn this camera over to someone who's going to give you a very deep insight of our newfound friend Kevin O'Leary. I mean, he likes us, we like him, because he says that we have done something that he has never done in his life. We have made millionaires. He's made businesses. There's a difference. Now for the first time, the Get Motivated and the High Performers Winter Summit, which will be coming to you March the 18th, we're combining both of those. And we have now confirmed that Kevin O'Leary will be one of our speakers. Now, I'm going to turn this around and introduce you to Dr.
Good morning, everybody. We want to welcome you to our Billionaire Breakfast Club. Let me tell you something. You can be a person that is a high performer and a high achiever if you're willing to put the time in and put the work in. Notice what our friend Kevin O'Leary just said. You can have the greatest idea, you can have the greatest pitch, but if you don't know the numbers, Numbers are the language of business. You have to know your numbers. And that's the practical side that Dr. Chitwood and ourselves have been teaching people over and over and over again, is that you got to have a business plan, you got to have a budget, you have to have everything in order if you're going to get funding, if people are going to buy into your dream. See, you need to understand there are investors, there are people that are willing to invest in your dream. But if you can't dictate your dream, how can anyone invest in it? So we're excited about this High Performers and Winners Summit that is coming in 2018. You need to get motivated and get there.
Now, Wally's, for this billionaire breakfast. I'm glad you said it like that.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Cook and I are inseparable. We do everything together, and it's for you. It's not for anybody else, it's for you. We want you to understand three things. Please receive this right. One, we're not going to drag you anymore. We're not going to put a rope around your neck and drag you off a pickup truck. No, those days are gone. Not dragging you anywhere. These people that's down there, we didn't have to drag nobody. 1,200 to 1,500 people filled all of the ballrooms in Orlando. Number two, we're not going to beg you anymore. We're not going to beg you anymore to pursue your dream. You know, type all your little scriptures on the screen you want to. Type all your little sayings on the screen you want to. You've been having that on your refrigerator for 40 years, that money cometh and money answers all things, you're still broke. So it means nothing. Yeah, you have been a spectator is what you've been. And you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for somebody to give you something, either through the government mentality, God mentality, or your mom and daddy. We have young men that still live in the bottom of the basement of their home, 45 years of age. Pathetic. And the third thing is very important, and I hate to tell you this, but there's many of you that's been in the family, you're getting ready to be excommunicated from the family. You know why? Because you just won't do the work. So we have nothing to lose. Our friendship is still there, our love is still there, but you've done nothing for 1 year, almost 2 years, almost. This coming March 18th will be close to 2 years that we met. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen anything out of you. So therefore, there's going to be a lot of you that's going to be excommunicated. Let me make a suggestion. Why don't you unfollow me before we unblock you, before we block you, okay? Do it now. Unfollow me before I block you. We're coming to you live from the Billionaire Breakfast here at Wally's. Gravy, red-eye gravy, ham, eggs, biscuits, pancakes today. Had pancakes. All of us have had a tremendous meal today while we discussed the future of those that are high performers,
Yes.
winners, achievers, people that want to go to the top. Okay? I'm tired of us having to drag, plead, beg. It's over. It's over. You got that? Now go to my file right now and unfollow me and get off my broadcast, because you'll never be on here again. Do it before I do it, okay? Y'all have a good day. We'll see you later.